in search of sanity. Hello. Thanks for once again allowing LilyBell to take you beneath the crust, where I talk about what you're afraid to think about. I'm so glad you're back. Superior mind is a terrible waste. Chicken in the bread pan, picking up dough. You know, all my life I've heard about the superior so-called group of people. This group of superior people's action were always suspect to me. If you have a superior mind, wouldn't you have superior actions? I read many accounts of the action of these superior minds. One account I read about was where a black slave woman, who had just cooked and served the white folk their meal that went into their mouth, was severely punished for touching the plate once it got to the table. She was scolded, beaten, and made to take the plate back to the kitchen, dump out the food, wash the plate, and refix the food on the plate. If that was all of it, that wouldn't be so bad, right? But listen, let us rewind to before the food reached the table. A rooster crows and the plantation begins to stir. The black kitchen mammy wipes the sleep from her eyes as she lazily stretches her limbs to get them prepared for a long, hard day. Shoving her feet into shoes that are mostly just holy soles, she flip-flops her way down to the narrow back stairs to the kitchen. Once there, the black kitchen mammy uses her hands. Keep this in mind, she uses her hands to pick up the plump ham and slice off a succulent slice. Place the ham in a hot frying pan that's sizzling with lard. Grab a bowl from the shelf that she put flour. No need to measure it. She put flour in it. Gob in lard with her hands. Pour in icy cold milk from a pitcher that has condensation dripping down the side. Kneads the dough with her hand over and over. Get a pot, pour water in the pot. Put the pot on the flickering fire to boil. Pick dough from under her fingernails and flick the dough flecks back into the dough. She gonna knead it some more with her hand. Mix the dough into even-sized lumps with her hands. Place the dough in the baking pan with her hands. Place the pan into the oven. Slice the fruit with her hands. Pour the grits into the boiling water. Set the table with her hand. Touch the fork, knife, and spoon with her hands. Pick up a plate and spoon the grits into the plate. Pick up ham pieces, sometimes with her hand, and place them on the plate. Pick up fruit slices and place them on the plate with her hands. Take the plate into the white folks' dining room, and place it on the table. Once the plate is on the table, now listen to this. The black kitchen mammy touched many more items with her hands while preparing the food that went into the white folks' mouth. But were I to write them, if I wrote them all, it would take this short story into a novel. So I'll start with that. Just the things above that I listed that she had done with her hands. Now let us fast forward. A slave woman who has just cooked and served the white folks their meal, which went into their mouth, was severely punished for touching the plate once it got to the table. She was scolded, beaten, and made to take the plate to the kitchen. Go back into the kitchen. Dump out the food, wash the plate, and refix the food on the plate. The hands taking the plate back to the kitchen, dumping out the food, washing the plate, and refixing the food were the same hands that touched the plate once it got to the table. A superior mind is a terrible waste. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm LilyBell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. Runner production. Lock and load. LilyBell. Be encouraged.